Common Thread was started in about mid-90s. A friend and I, we found that we had a common interest in sewing and making things.
We talked to all the volunteer departments at the major hospitals here in town, and we arrange with them to go like on a monthly basis or whatever they need, a weekly basis, and we find out they want hearts, they want critters. We take as many bags as our cars will let us take, and we deliver them to those volunteers, and we're just so happy because it brings even to the volunteers, it brings such a smile on their face because they're going to deliver them to patients that they know are in need, and it's a great feeling to drop those off and know that you're doing some good.
Our mission is outreach and to provide comfort and hope to people who are undergoing either a health crisis or some other crisis where they're needing things.
We are able to take those items as a volunteer and go and visit patients and ask the patient, could I offer you a comfort item, an item that hopefully is going to impact in a positive way your experience? And they do that. Oh, it is such a special thing. It's a gift. We received an email. It was an email from our cardiac unit. This gentleman reached back out after discharge. We're expecting to hear glorious reviews. We did great. The team did great. I'm discharged. I'm happy. But here's what I actually want to tell you. I still have my heart-shaped pillow, and I have my heart-shaped pillow with fabric of a cat. That pillow let me remember what I'm going to come home to, and it was my cat. And the gentleman could not have been more expressive of thanks and gratitude. And to know that Volunteer Services was able to play a part in that through our extraordinary partners in the community, how special was that?
During December, it was Advent time, and it was a really busy time, but we were told up at Houston Methodist, down in the medical center, they were having a cool event called the Blessing of the Gifts. And at the Blessing of the Gifts, we walked in and we were greeted warmly by our just smiling faces of our Common Thread ministry. And we had this beautiful service of blessing, these incredible gifts that Common Thread were able to put together. And they were gonna go from this room all across Houston Methodist to begin to share with people in need. And volunteers were going to take them. It was like a moment for me where I got to say, like, these are our people doing incredible work, not just within the walls of what we call the church, but spreading and sharing God's gift that they have with so many others. It was like a highlight for my year to have one quick moment where we could just stop and give thanks for the gift that they were able to provide so many people. They won't know their names, they won't know their faces, but they just helped and shared Christ's love in that way. And what a gift Common Thread is to MDUMC and to the world.
They embody community, and to see a group of people come together and they're able to explore their talent and their time and get to do their craft, that's something that they could choose to keep. They don't have to do this. They don't have to donate these items, but they do. And these women, when they came to our Blessing of the Gifts this past December, it was an extraordinary day. They walked into the room knowing exactly what they were here to do. They knew the conversations that they were going to be having. They were not afraid to go up to anyone in that room and introduce themselves and say, who are you? What do you do at Houston Methodist Hospital? And it was just a sea of wonderful people. I will always remember how friendly they were, how excited they were, but how thankful that they were to be present with us. And all I can say is we were so thankful for them.
Well, I think all of us at points in preparation for this, I take the hearts that are cut and sew them at the sewing machine. And as I'm doing that, I'm thinking about who is going to be getting the item and thinking about how this will help them and comfort them.
I hope they feel our love, and I hope they feel comfort and hope and peace. Being in the hospital or being sick is not fun. You're just sort of lost, so it's hopefully it brings them some comfort. And then they take that home with them, and they always remember that we cared, that God loves them.